long workers' tables where they put their trays, and they started calling out precincts to come get your work. We have no idea where those ballots came from. Most of the ballots after that point, because I was there until about 5 o'clock when they shut the shifts down, every single one of those ballots only had Joe Biden's oval colored in. Not one other race was colored in. I went to about, I would say 8 or 9 precinct counting boards, and I looked over their shoulders, and because they didn't allow us to get real close, they kept saying COVID-19, you got to stay back, you got to stay back. Well, I need to have my hip replaced, and I had my walker with me, so I would act like I was hurting, and I would sit down on my walker right next to him. All I saw was votes for Biden.
Then, when he checked the numbers at about 6 in the morning, the races had already changed course.
I started seeing the lead dwindle away for Trump and James. I am absolutely convinced, God strike me dead right this second, John James and Donald Trump won Michigan in a landslide. I know it as sure as I'm talking to you.
Michigan officials have said many of the votes reported on November the 4th were absentee ballots from Democratic-leaning cities. That's why they were highly favorable to Biden. Now, media outlets say Biden crushed Trump in Michigan by winning 148,000 more votes. Trump won Michigan in 2016. Bishop and some others are not convinced. They brought their cases to the local court, alleging fraud and demanding an independent audit of the results. Wayne County Circuit Court dismissed the case. The voters have filed an emergency appeal. Michigan Senate Republicans are calling for a full independent audit of the election. Michigan's Secretary of State told CNN that, quote, there has been no proof presented to our office of any irregularities, any widespread fraud. She said,
any suggestion that there was is an effort to misinform the public and falsely erode the public's confidence in it.
Reporting by Vivian Lafarge, Penny Joe, NTD News.
One of New York City's top voices in tourism says the city's tourism industry won't fully recover until 2023. The virus pandemic caused major economic setbacks to the city and the country as well as a whole. But one expert argues a comeback is underway. NTD's Don Tran has the details.
When New York City's economy fell due to virus lockdowns and restrictions, its tourism fell along with it. This year, around 22 million trips were made to New York City, a third of the 66 million trips made by domestic and international travelers in 2019. And according to NYC & Company, it won't be until 2023 when tourism goes back to pre-pandemic levels. President of Pyramid Real Estate Peter Gray said, however, that the recovery is going to be a lot faster.
We can't possibly account for the amount of pent-up demand. Everyone I'm seeing, everyone's stuck in their home. Everyone's going crazy. We're all dying to travel.
Gray said that when it comes to New York City, tourism outpaces GDP by 0.5%. He said it's mainly because New York City is a popular destination among foreign travelers, including the Chinese and British. Because of this, Gray said people in the tourism industry will have their hands full.
You know, look, it's the 4th largest source of employment in New York City is tourism. And these people need jobs. So they've gotten out. I mean, I wonder if New York City tourism has the capacity to handle this influx, because it's all going to come at once, and it's not going to end.
Overall, Gray predicts that the recovery in tourism will not be a matter of years, but more like the flip of a switch.